In this video, I want to talk to you about the types of opt-in forms that you might come across in your internet marketing career. And the types of opt-in forms that you should be familiar with are listed here. So let's go through them one by one. First of all, the type of opt-in form that we set up in our earlier videos in this course is this one here. It's called the in-content opt-in form. So these types of opt-in forms are essentially hiding within the content of your article. And the good thing about them is that you can create several of them and you can tailor them to the content of what you're writing about. So you might create 5 or perhaps even 10 different in-content opt-in forms, and then depending on which one is most applicable to the content of the particular post, you can show that opt-in form and insert that opt-in form into your content. So you might offer something like a free 5-day mini course, a cheat sheet, and a shopping list, as well as some kind of a free thing, and depending on what is most suitable for the particular post that you've got, you can use that opt-in form in that post, in that place. And this way you can also have 3 or 4 opt-in forms in the same post, and they will all offer different kind of gifts or different opt-in incentives to your readers. So this is the basic one, and you now know how to actually set that up. So the next one that I want to talk to you about is a top bar opt-in form. Here is what a sticky bar, the top bar, actually looks like. You can see here I'm on the makingsenseofsense.com blog, so I just wanted to show you an example of what it looks like once implemented. Essentially, it's just like this bar at the top, and it's visible, anytime somebody is on a post, as soon as they scroll, they can see that opt-in offer at the top. And that's really cool because no matter where the visitors are, they can see it. And as you can see here, Michelle Schroeder-Gardner, who runs these blogs, she's actually got on her blog, she has used both. So this is an in-content opt-in form, how to start a blog free email course. Okay, so that's one type that she's using. And then at the top, she just says, get new posts about making and saving more money by email. And she's using a top bar over there. Now, to create this top bar opt-in form, you can use ConvertKit. So inside ConvertKit, if you go into create a new form and you use this one, sticky bar, that actually allows you to choose your template. So if you go choose that, then you will be able to set it up. So you can just click in here and type what it is that you want to offer in here, and then just integrate it the exact same way that we did before. So you can go embed, and that will give you a code that you can insert onto your site. Now, if you want to insert this into individual pages, you can do that just like we did before with inserting the in-content form. If you want to show this on every page of your website, then you can insert it into the header form, the header script. So under your website, you'd go into Flatsum, and then you can go into Advanced Global Settings. And then you would insert this form here where it says header script, just copy and paste that script in here, and that will show up then on every page of your website. So also quite simple and easy to do. And that is exactly what this top bar actually is. A slide-in is another type of pop-up. You might have seen them before. It's the things that when you're on a website, it just all of a sudden appears. And you can also set that up using ConvertKit as well. Under the type of form inside ConvertKit, you would just choose this one, slide in, and then you've got several slide in templates, and you can choose which one you'd like to use. So for example, if you want to use this one here, then you would just need to set up all of the formats, and you would choose exactly how it slides in. So here are let me just make this a little bit bigger. So you can see here display options. So display form in bottom right or bottom left. So you can choose whether that slides in on the bottom right or bottom left. And then you can choose the trigger for it. So do you want to display it when this form, when a visitor, for example, has scrolled, let's say 20% of your page, or whether you want to show it after the visitor has been on your site for, let's say, 20 seconds. So essentially what this does is only shows it to a person who is interested in your content, okay? So you can say that you only want to show it to a person who's truly engaged with your content. So therefore, if they've scrolled, say, 30% of the page, or they've been on your site for like 20 seconds or 30 seconds, that would be the only time when they would actually see it. The benefit of this is that you don't piss off the people as soon as they land on your site and they see all these things sliding in from everywhere, you know, and have like 50 different opt-in forms come up at once. You would only kind of show it to the people who are definitely 100% interested in your content because they've been on your site or they've scrolled down far enough on your content. So that's essentially how you can set up the slide-in form. They're also really good, and it's a good idea to have several different types of opt-in forms as you sort of progress along in your niche site journey. The next type of opt-in that I want to talk about is modal pop-up. So this is also available in ConvertKit. And to do that through ConvertKit, you would go for form and then choose this modal. And the way that this will appear is it will kind of blur out the rest of the content and it will display just this pop-up. So you might have also seen these before. So let's say we choose this one, choose this template here. You would just edit it as per, you know, as we did with the other opt-in form. So we just edit the text that you want to display here, and then under the options, once again, you just need to choose exactly when you want to display it. So for example, exit intent. So this would show this opt-in form when a person is about to leave the page. So they start mousing over the other tabs or trying to close the page. It would pop up and say, hey, wait, don't go anywhere. Get this free, you know, weightlifting cheat sheet or 10 food, you know, get this list of top 10 foods that let you improve your fitness or whatever it might be. Or you can also have it displayed when people have scrolled a certain percentage or a timing. But the way that this would work, like I was saying before, is basically by blurring out the rest of it. So let me just create this simple, just want to show you how this actually works. I'm going to hit save here and then going to click embed, and then I'm going to demonstrate to you how this looks on a real post. All right, so I've just added that script to this page just so we can test as well. And then let's open that up in a new incognito window. And the options, by the way, that I've chosen here are scroll percentage, 50% of the page. So let's hit save. Okay, so then what happens, we're here on the page and we're scrolling down, and as soon as we hit 50% scroll, see our pop-up comes up. It's sort of blurred out the rest of the content here, and it's now given us this opt-in form. So once again, very effective, and it's only going to be displayed to people who engage with your content, or you can display it to people who are trying to exit the page. Also, really, really good idea. The last type of opt-in form that I want to tell you about is a full page mat. You can't actually do that through ConvertKit, but there are other solutions that can help you do that. There is no urgency for you to implement all of these, by the way, you know, and there's no urgency implementing a full page mat, but I just wanted to tell you so that you've got the knowledge of it for maybe sometime down the track. Okay, so here is an example of what a scroll mat actually looks like. So once you've landed, I've actually landed on this URL, but as soon as I landed on it, what I see is this, like this thing here is actually not the site. It's the scroll mat or this overlay that goes over the top of all of the content. So it's kind of, it can be viewed as, I guess, annoying by some people, but it's very effective because it displays, it completely hides all of the content under the website, and then it just displays this opt-in form, okay? And if I close it, actually this is the content of the blog, okay? So if you go to thrivethemes.com/scroll-mat-opt-in, the first time when you land on this page, what you're going to see is you're going to see this scroll mat. All right, now let me just say something. I want you to make sure that you don't get overwhelmed with email marketing, because it can get complicated, and you know, you can create separate courses and you can learn email marketing for many months to improve your skills. in this course, I'm giving you some understanding of email marketing, but I can't possibly cover every single scenario. Of course, I'm more than happy to help you guys out, but honestly, you can create a video course with 100 videos about email marketing. So just don't get overwhelmed. Start out small. That would be my advice. Use simple in-content opt-in forms initially, and once you're comfortable with it, once you are getting the traffic to your website, once you're making the money, once you've got everything set up, all the things are in place, then you can watch how your email marketing is performing, and then you can experiment, and you can add more types of opt-ins as the time goes on. So for example, after you've done the in-content forms for a little while and you're starting to see how things are working out for you, then you can add in a top bar opt-in form and a slide-in opt-in form, and then wait once again and see how things are performing. Then after that, you can perhaps add a modal pop-up, you can put in a full page mat, because you know what, the good thing is that you can't really do things too wrong. As long as you're collecting leads in one or two ways, you're doing great, and you're going to be profitable, you're going to be making money with email marketing. And you can always down the track, after, you don't have to get everything perfect in the first 2 weeks. You can work as time goes on, you can work on it and you can improve things, and you can monitor your conversions, you can look at the statistics, and you can try different combinations of opt-in forms over time and see which ones are actually performing better. So just don't get overwhelmed, start small, and then experiment, watch, look at your analytics and look at your data, and then you can add more things as time goes on. Now, also another important thing is, of course, my favorite thing to say, reverse engineering. So look at what other websites in your niche are doing. How are they collecting leads? Are they collecting opt-ins via these modal pop-ups? Are they collecting opt-ins via top bar, slide-ins, etc.? And experiment with the way that they are using these opt-in forms, and then try to implement those things on your website and see how things go. The last thing that I'll say is that there are also other programs that you can consider for down the track that extend the functionality of emails. So ConvertKit and all the other autoresponders, they have certain functions, but they can't possibly provide you with all different types of opt-ins and all different sorts of templates. So a couple of programs that I'll mention here, or a couple of software services, are Thrive Leads and Sumo.com. I'm currently using Thrive Leads. I've used Sumo.com in the past. I just don't need it now because Thrive Leads actually does a lot of what Sumo.com does. But I'm going to quickly show you both Thrive Leads and Sumo.com. So their claim to fame is build your mailing list faster than ever before, and there are some testimonials saying a 238% increase in conversions, etc., etc., etc. Essentially, what they will let you do is to have lots more designs of different templates of opt-in forms. You can have some advanced targeting. So for example, you can show a particular opt-in on your page based on posts or category or tag of your post. So you don't need this from day one, don't worry about it. It's just something that I wanted to make you aware of in case you're going to look for it further down the track. And they have these different types of opt-in forms. So they've got Thrivebox, which is the light box. So ConvertKit has got that, but Thrive Leads just allows you to add additional templates and make it look a little bit differently and cooler, etc., etc. They've got this sticky ribbon, which ConvertKit also allows you to do. Inline forms, ConvertKit also allows you to do, but of course the benefit with Thrive Themes, like I said, is that you can design many different types of opt-in forms. ConvertKit is a tiny bit limited in that regard. There are two-step opt-in forms, slide-ins. There's opt-in widget that you can add to a sidebar with Thrive Themes. You can't really do it very easily with ConvertKit. There is this screen filler overlay. So that's the unignorable opt-in form that I told you about before. That's, you can call it it's kind of similar to the scroll mat. They just work a little bit differently. There's content locking that you can add as well. So it's a great way to, if for a person to say, download this thing, and then they have to enter their email to unlock it. And there are yes, no, multiple choice forms as well. And there's a ton more features as well, but that's something that you guys can sort of, see this thing that lies out, for example, that's also done via Thrive Leads as well. So it just allows you to collect emails in a variety of different ways. And the next thing that I wanted to show you is Sumo.com. So they call themselves the #1 free email capture tool. You can actually you can actually get a free plan of sumo.com. They do have a paid plan as well, but with a free plan, you might want to explore it. You are able to have some additional email growth tools as well. So they have this free plan. You can go for monthly or yearly, and they have a free plan and a pro plan, which is per month is $49 a month. And they allow you to fully customize the design of opt-in forms, but what they don't allow you on the free plan is advanced visitor targeting, A/B tests, and they're also limited to 10,000 emails per month. So there are just some limitations basically. But you can definitely sign up for the free plan and then utilize some extra features from sumo.com that ConvertKit, for example, doesn't give you. And then you can figure out whether you want to maybe upgrade to Sumo Pro plan, or maybe you want to go for Thrive Leads. You can sort of make that call a little bit further down the track. All right, cool. So basically that's everything from me, guys. I just wanted to make sure that you're clear on this. You know, don't get overwhelmed with all of these different things that you can do. Start out small, start out very simple. As long as you are collecting leads in some kind of way, you will actually be profitable. And then you can always learn more and add more as the time goes on. Cool. So thank you so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next video.